Today is beef vegetable soup, and it really wowed me, to be honest with you. So you're going to want to contact me to get all the list of these ingredients. It's going to be hard to just do it all in the video, but I'm pretty easily wowed, I'll be honest. But this actually really did wow me. And kind of see if I can get a little close up on here without the steam. You can see the pieces of beef in there, mushrooms, carrots, potato, lentil beans, green beans, you name it. But anyhow, canned tomato. But I made a very large portion because my brother in Christ, who is my neighbor, his wife's very pregnant. She can use these nutrients. This is all fresh ingredients, nothing frozen. So I'm going to bring some down to them. But I'll try my best to read off the ingredients. I did go online and get a recipe, and then I just totally changed it up and added a lot more fresh stuff. And it was a lot of cutting up of vegetables, though, just so you're aware. It's very, very time consuming because I added so many things, but it's very well worth it. What you're going to do first is get a frying pan with about 2 pounds of stew meat. I found a Black Angus one that was only at 10 cents more a pound, so why not? Cube that up kind of small, but only a little bit of vegetable oil in the pan, a little bit of your onion and garlic from the portion you'll add in total. Brown the meat pretty good. Throw that all in your pot here, and then later on you'll add in all the liquids and vegetables, which I'll get to. After you brown your meat, you're going to want to take a half a cup of red wine, add that into the same frying pan, let it reduce down. That'll get all the little bits of beef and juice from the beef too. And then you're going to dump that red wine once it reduces down in with your beef that you browned into this pot. And then you're going to add in all the liquids and vegetables, which I'm going to get to now. Again, contact me because you'll want to make sure you do this right. 3 or 4 cups of beef broth, cans I should say. 3 to 4 cans of the beef broth I would add. Let's see, 4 cups of V8 vegetable juice. V8, yes, V8 vegetable juice. It made it really, really good, and it doesn't taste like V8 because it mixed in with everything else. 3 cups of water, a half cup of that red wine, which I mentioned, at least 1 big onion, chopped up kind of fine, a bunch, celery usually comes in a bunch, cut that up kind of small. I would say about 3 carrots, cut those up small. You want everything really small bite sizes. The way you cut up everything is a big effect on how it is later on, to be honest. You don't want big chunks, which is obviously more time consuming to cut everything up kind of small. Like my carrot, you can see there's a round one there. I actually made it into most of them into like pies. I should have cut that little round one up into like little pies, which most of them are. But so I left off with the carrots, I believe. I would say 3 russet potatoes cut up really small. A teaspoon of minced garlic. Put a whole clove or a whole bunch of garlic in there. 3 cups of cabbage, cut up kind of small. A 14-ounce can of corn. That's the only canned thing I think I use for vegetables. Fresh green beans cut up, kind of small. 1.5 cans of diced tomatoes. You can maybe go with 2. Put the juice from the can in there too. 3 beef bouillon cubes. A teaspoon of dried basil. 1 teaspoon of oregano. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. About a half teaspoon of pepper. 1 bay leaf. I added in a can of lentil Italian beans. I think that's going to be nice. It is nice. I tasted it. The chives that you would normally, like the green onions, those long skinny ones that you usually put on like a baked potato, I would say 2 or 3 of those, cut up kind of small, and mushrooms. Like I said, contact me. You're going to want to make sure you add all those ingredients. Very, very good. Oh, man. Anyhow, hope you get a chance to enjoy this.